All right, so I just got this game in. This is going to be Cthulhu Death May Die. This is going to be the Unknowable box, which is going to be coming with a Kickstarter here. So I was really excited to get this in. I like the Elder one that comes with it and all the additional content. So if you didn't back the Kickstarter, you can definitely get this on the secondary market if you feel that it's worth it. So if you play a lot of Cthulhu Death May Die. But in no means is this going to be required for you to be able to play Cthulhu Death May Die. All right. So this is the Unknowable box. This is going to give you a little bit about the content in here. We have some lost episodes. We have 4, 5, 6, and 7 lost episodes. And it gives you a little bit more about the content. Now, at any time here, if you want to pause it to read this, feel free to. Or pause anything in this video to read. Feel free to. Here's a plethora. You get so many investigators with this Unknowable box. It is crazy. And you already have, like if you did the first Kickstarter, you already have a ton of investigators. So it's questionable whether it's worth having this many more investigators available for the game. You're probably never really going to, at this point, I'm probably never, ever going to be have played all of these. Which can add to the replayability of the game, because I can pretty much just play as a new investigator every time and get in over 100 games. And even then, I'm not entirely sure I've had to hit all the investigators that you get with all this. So there's just so many. And again, you can pause this at any time if you want to take a look at any of these investigators and read what they do. I'm going to do a how to play Cthulhu Death May Die. I'm also going to do a review on Cthulhu Death May Die, the Kickstarter. So the Cthulhu Death May Die, I don't know if I did the original. If I didn't, I'm definitely going to do all the season reviews. So that's definitely going to be coming up. So look for that. Just so many investigators. Again, this is questionable whether it's actually going to be worth it. There's just so many of them. It does give you a lot of options of people you can play with. But if you didn't back the Kickstarter, I'm not entirely sure this box is going to be worth it for you unless you're a completist and you need everything. Or you just really have played all the other characters and you're like, I need a lot more characters. Well, there you go. Then it would be worth it for you. So there are a lot of characters. A lot of characters. All right, here's some tokens. And unfortunately, with this unboxing, you have these 4 last episodes, which we really won't go into because you should really discover these on your own. You should have the unique surprise of going into those and discovering something new. So, but you have hypnosis, dreams, in the witch house, and the color out of space, which is going to be directly out of a one of the books. And you have horror in the museum. All right, so let's open this one up. All right, so this is Unknown Monsters. All right, so we have Zog here with our 1 health. So pretty easy to kill this guy. Again, pause it if you want to read any of this. Cat from Saturn. That's going to be a pretty cool model. We have Yimbai. I don't know how to say that name correctly. Vormi. And we have, getting tougher here, we have an inhabitant of the Nameless City. And we have Cleopatrian. And we have Grokos. We have Cult Masters. We have Migo. And we have Yefin. All right, so some more monsters in there. Really cool. Pronounced nothing correctly. That's basically what I do. All right. So this is going to be Nug and Yeb. So this is going to be one of the elder gods that you can fight in the game here. Looks like it comes with a little rule sheet that you can use. We have this little board here, looks like. And it's a dual-sided little thing. Looks pretty darn cool. There's stage 1 cards. Another token here. And it's Mythos cards, which I'll open up here. All right, so here's these cards here. So there's Nug, stage 1. Nug, stage 2. Nug, stage 3. Final stage. And I believe on the other side here is Yeb. Yeah, so Yeb, stage 1. Yeb, stage 2. Yeb, stage 3. And final stage. And then here's going to be 2 monsters. So you have Cultist and Yeb, or Cultist and Nug. So that's going to be basically, one is going to be primary, the other will be secondary, and it can flip. And here's our Mythos cards that you can have for this monster. And the Elder Gods, I think, are the #1 thing that if you love playing Cthulhu Death May Die, you're going to want as many... Whoops, I already ripped the box. Dang it. You're going to want as many of these guys as you can possibly get. All right, so I ripped the box. Already angry. I'm going to throw that away for now. But anyway. Miniature. Awesome. Like I said, really happy to get more bosses to play in this game. So that is awesome. I'm going to take my partially destroyed box here, unfortunately, which makes me sad, and put these back in there. Put them in like that. Sadness. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to probably buy an insert for this. So can't wait to see what they come out for inserts for this season. All right. You have a million investigators, which are going to be these yellow miniatures here. And then here's some monsters. You get 3 different sets of monsters in this one. But that's not all. There are more monsters. Tape is killing me. Okay. So you get a lot of miniatures with this Kickstarter box. So here's some. It's a cool monster here. Well, I never really like vacuum trays. I definitely don't like them. This is one of the things that I definitely get rid of. I think a good insert's what's really required for this game. So as soon as I can, I do get rid of these inserts. The vacuum sealed ones. Just meh. That's basically what they are. Especially if you get them all out and you're playing a game and you got to put these back, and then you spend 4 hours trying to figure out where they go. One thing I suggest, if you really like these vacuum seal stuff, take a picture. Take a picture of them and put it in with the box so they always know how to put it back away. All right. Here's some more monsters. I really like this cat. I think it's really cool. I'm sure I'll lose to it, and I will not like that cat. But right now, I think it's really cool. This miniature is pretty cool too. A lot of detail in CMON miniatures. They really go all out with them. I don't know if you want to see all the investigators here, so I'll show you a couple. But there's so many investigators, and you got in the base game here. I have so many investigators. It's not even funny how many investigators I have. Really, just crazy. I mean, at this point, even at this point, I'm probably going to need to get a truck if I want to take this game anywhere to play it, just with how much content is in there. I mean, realistically, I'm just going to pick a couple of them to take, but like, dang. CMON really gets into so much content, it's crazy. But you can see these investigators have some pretty dang good detail on there. Some of these I think are going to be really interesting and cool to play. But like I said, I don't even think it's going to be possible for me to play all these investigators, especially since some of them are probably better for some scenarios than others. So you're going to probably just go through and try to find the ones that are going to work out the best. But yeah, so many investigators, it's crazy. And like I said, you're going to get 4 lost episodes. Now I believe you got 3 lost episodes with the first Kickstarter, and this will give you 4 lost episodes, and they have a ton of content in here. Now if you don't want to see this, obviously you can pause the video and go back to your normal stuff. But this is, you get a lot of content with these little lost episodes, and a lot of them come with miniatures here, and these miniatures are pretty darn cool. So this one's going to come with a boss-ish thing and 3 miniatures. And the detail on this guy is insanely awesome. Really happy with this one. Same with this guy. You get 3 of those little dudes with it. Here's some tokens that you would get. Horror in the Museum, and that's a setup. Here's the Unknown Monster cards. So that's the monster you're going to get, and that's the little minions that it has, which is pretty darn cool. There's our health. His 6 health is pretty high. And you get, I'm not going to really open these up, but you get your Mythos cards, and you get some of those cards with it too. So let's chuck this in here, and I can show you another one, because I'm primarily looking at the miniatures. That's Lost Episode 7. Here is Lost Episode 6. Tokens. Oh, fire tokens. It's always bad when you see fire tokens. And then the setup's going to be on their side here. There's your monsters, which I'll show you in a second. This is The Color from Space. I didn't actually read that short story yet, but I probably should. I actually got the complete works, so here's your other cards you get. And so I should probably check that out. Man, that's cool. Ah! All right. Get these little minions here. These little minions are cool. And The Color from Space. That's going to be a cool one to paint. That's going to be really cool. All right, so that's that one. Dreams in the Witch House. Let's see what that one's all about. Some tokens. Oops, no tokens. There's a scenario. That's how to set it up. There's your mythos and cards there. Here's your monsters. The card sheets for them. And the miniatures. So there's 2 miniatures in this one. All right, first miniature. There's a lot of detail to this one. This one's going to be really cool to paint too. And this little ugly guy there. All right. And the final Lost Episode box. Which we went backwards here, but that's okay. All right. Tokens. There's your monsters. There's your scenario. There's the setup. Cards. More cards. It shows 2 monsters. It must be a monster you already have, but it has 1 miniature in it. So it's, pretty neat. All right, let's get him in there. All right, so that's the Lost Episodes that you're going to get with this. And the giant amount of investigators you get with this, and some tokens and other stuff that you get with this Unknowable box. Now, whether this is worth it is up to you. This is just a lot more content for the game, but not necessarily anything that's required. If you don't play the Cthulhu Death May Die a lot, this is probably not worth it. But if you play it a lot, you may want to consider this. But that's the unboxing of Cthulhu Death May Die Unknowable box.